Hi, everyone. Welcome to the 5 Steps to Living with an Autoimmune Disease during the holidays video live webinar. I wanted to do this because it's getting close to that crazy time of year when tis the season for flare-ups. The stress of shopping and decorating and visiting family and friends and holiday parties for the office and things like that, we sort of get overwhelmed, and causes us to go up into a flare-up. So I wanted to put this together for you so that way you can give you a little bit of insight on how to prevent some of that. So here, let's get started. And for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Marina Crispy, and I was diagnosed at 15 with my first autoimmune disease, and I had IBS and an ulcer. Then at 30, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis after trying several different medications. I wasn't sure anymore what was making me feel worse, the disease or the side effects of the medication. So this put me on a mission to find another way. And it wasn't easy to convince my rheumatologist to do this, but I asked her to give me a year, and it's 10 years now that I'm in remission. So once I was able to put my health issues under control naturally, I made it my life mission to help other women do the same. Excuse my clearing of the throat there. I became a chef as preparing meals for those who suffered from autoimmune disease, but I just didn't know the reason why some foods were their triggers and not mine. So I went back to school and became a certified holistic nutrition counselor. So this way I knew the science behind why each person's body affects differently to certain foods and not to others. So now I'm able to help other women treat the root cause and not their autoimmune disease versus treating just the symptoms. So let's get started here. So step one is make a to-do list. Most of you are like, oh, we always have to-do lists. Well, make a to-do list, and in that to-do list, I want you to schedule meditation and prayer time. You may not pray, that's okay. There's something greater than us out there who can help us along with what we're going through. Some of us, and I know when I was first diagnosed with autoimmune disease with rheumatoid arthritis, I wasn't too fond of the greater out there, so because why did I have this? But you know what? We have it, and we need to live our life with it. So schedule this 10 to 15 minutes every morning. And in that time, get quiet with yourself. You can either read scripture, or you can just sit quietly, talk to your body, thank the areas that aren't sore. If you probably say, no, this woman's completely lost her mind. No, really, if you talk to your body, positive mind talk affects the body positively. Negative mind talk affects the body negatively. So when we're thinking negative and we're dwelling on our pain, our inflammation increases. When we think positively and we have positive thoughts going on about those areas that don't hurt, well, thank you, shoulder, you're feeling great today, or thank you, legs, you got me up today. These are positive reinforcement that we're talking to our body, and our body reacts in a positive light. So in that 10 to 15 minutes, make sure you find those things that you're grateful for. One about your body, one about your home, one about your life, and make sure you spend that time, because after you do this day after day after day after day, you just become accustomed to it. And then after a while, you're going to start feeling better, and that depression is going to start to lift. And those happy hormones, serotonin and things like that, are going to start to accumulate more, because now there's a lot of positive feeding in through our brain to our body. Step 2 is foods to avoid and foods to indulge in. As you can see in this slide here, we have the junk food that you drive through, and we eat those things we know: nitrates, sodium, fat, fried foods, dairy, gluten. These are all things that increase inflammation in our body. So if we stay away from those, we don't add to the inflammation. So instead, on the other side, you see green vegetables, green fruit, blueberries. These are all antioxidants, anti-inflammatories, and immune boosters. And so if we feed our body properly with the right foods instead of with the not so good foods, our body's going to be happier and the inflammation isn't going to increase. And I know we're going to go to parties, and in those parties, they're going to have desserts and sugar and things like that, which we also know is another cause of inflammation. Reach for fruit or pack your bag. I mean, I've done it myself. I've brought different foods to different events, and my friends and family just know that I need to do it for my own health. And once they start seeing you feel better because you're taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually, they're not going to mock and they're not going to make fun of and things like that. I know in the beginning it's a little tough, but you know what? You're doing this for you and for your body. And so you just have to do it and just let the naysayers and those people that are mocking you just ignore it and say, I know you don't understand, but when I'm feeling at my best, I'm able to do more. And then you don't miss those family functions and those things that you want to attend with your spouse or your significant other, or just on your own or with your children. So make sure you stay away from the items that aren't so good for us and increase the items that are good for us. Step 3, delegate tasks. Okay, you're probably saying, "Oh yeah, right." No, children, if you have children, give them some jobs. What I used to do is I used to put socks on my kids' hands and spray them with the Pledge or the dust cleaner, and now I just use some essential oils, but have them run their hands off of the top of the counter or over the TV or over the TV cabinet, the baseboards. And it becomes fun for them because they have these old socks on their hands and they're running things over. They can clean bathrooms at certain ages. They can vacuum. You have to delegate tasks. If your husband, if you are married and you have a husband or a wife, they can pick up some slack too. And you just have to say, okay, I'm going to do XYZ today. Can you do the ABCs for me, or meet in the middle, or maybe you can help each other out, but you have to delegate things you can get catered or delivered. Grocery delivery is huge. Go on the internet, buy your groceries, pay for them, they bring them to your house. I think here in New York it's $11 in certain areas and $7 for delivery charges in certain areas. It's worth it. You don't have to spend that time pushing the cart, lugging groceries. Those are things that cause it more inflammation. So if you can have your groceries delivered, by all means, have your groceries delivered. If you're doing holiday shopping, Christmas shopping, or Hanukkah shopping, or Kwanzaa shopping, whatever you're shopping for, shop online as much as you can. I mean, the same deals that are in the mall are the same deals that are online. 9 times out of 10, you can get free shipping if you spend over X amount of dollars. Let the UPS man bring it to you. And if you do go to the mall, have a plan of attack. Now, my kids always laugh at me because I know that most of my shopping has to be at one store, so I park in front of that. Then I know I have to go to the other store or the other store. If they're on the same side, I do those first. I don't cross over back and forth and dilly-dally. I have my plan of attack. Do your plan of attack and do it the way that you need to do it to make it easier for you. Number 4 is pack your meals and snacks. So you aren't tempted while you're out to drive through the drive-through or grab the donut or grab something that you shouldn't. Pack a little Ziploc baggie with seeds and nuts in your bag. Fruits, apples, some berries, grapes, those things travel great. If you're going to a family or friend's house gathering, you can pack your own food. They're going to make fun of you for a little bit, or they're going to totally understand and love you that you're taking charge of your health. So that way you can be a part of the functions instead of staying home. I know so many times I had to cancel out on things. And then after a while, they were like, oh, she's not going to show up. Well, if you're going to take part and take care of yourself and take care of your health, then you can show up and you can be there. And another thing is carry a bottle of ginger cucumber water and sip on it. Water is awesome for you, keeps the inflammation down, keeps you hydrated. Cucumber keeps you hydrated. Ginger is a natural anti-inflammatory. So if you keep those things in your arsenal while you're out and about, you're going to reduce the stress and the inflammation. There's also make time for you and listen to your body too through all this. So when you're step 5, when you listen to your body, if your body's saying rest, rest. Take that 10-15 minutes. Don't take 3 hours, but take that 10-15 minutes and rest yourself. This is something that I partake in at nighttime. It's very calming, it's soothing, it gives my joints time to rest. And it's just nice to just pamper yourself. So listen to your body rest, take a nice hot bath. And my favorite is an Epsom salts bath. I do Epsom salts with I grab myself a fresh cup of ginger tea or cinnamon tea. Cinnamon tea is my new addiction right now, which is also great because it's very warming, it's comforting, it's great for the inflammation also, and it's great for metabolism, and it's got some little hormone properties in there. So cinnamon tea is awesome. You can mix the ginger and the cinnamon and have another awesome flavor. It's almost a little bit like a gingerbread house, which is always yummy, but minus the gluten and all that sugar and everything. As the salts dissolve in the water, the body absorbs the magnesium. And a lot of us know that we're magnesium deficient, so it immediately goes to work. In this process, the body improves the production of serotonin, which is the happy hormone. This helps to relieve the stress along with lavender oils. So stress and inflammation go hand in hand. So if you want to slow that down. So my recipe is on here. You can see it, and you guys will get a copy of this replay so you can have this. Third cup of Epsom salts eliminates toxins, replenishes magnesium, and reduces inflammation. Another third cup of sea salt. I use Himalayan sea salt. You may just want to use Celtic sea salt. That's fine too, and it draws out the toxins of our body. A third cup of baking soda alkalizes the body and softens the skin. 2 ounces of ground ginger is an anti-inflammatory. It increases circulation, which is awesome because when you're increasing the circulation, it gets that blood flowing and moving. All that stagnant uric acid in our joints and everything gets it moving out, and it gets rid of it. And it eliminates toxins. About 10, I'd say 5 to 10 drops of lavender, depending on how strong you want it, is very calming and brings your stress levels down. And after you take this bath, because you're stressed and you're detoxing your body, make sure you increase your water intake and add cucumber water with some ginger for hydrating. Here's bonuses. Sharing your feelings with your family. You need to put yourselves in their shoes for a minute. Why is this? Well, when we feel like crap, we keep it all on ourselves and we just complain, and it's mostly about us. But you know what? They have to hear our complaints. So you see, when you live with somebody with chronic illness, they forget the caregiver or the person that you live with, which is the us. Because my mother has chronic illness also, and she sort of forgets about the us, the ones that have to hear it all the time. Yes, myself, when I was going through it, we forgot about them, and it's all about me, how I feel, because we feel like crap all the time. And we sort of forget that they feel it also, but they don't understand it because they're getting the backlash of our feelings and how we feel crappy. So every once in a while, if you do, in this area, don't get upset with me saying this. And remember, I've walked this walk and I understand it 100%. But every once in a while, if you say, gee, honey, I'm sorry for not keeping up on my end of this relationship or my bargain or the laundry or whatever, but I do appreciate all that you do for me. Then when you let them know, today I can't handle X, Y, or Z, maybe we can do this together. If you include them and let them know instead of just being about you and including them, things change a little bit and you'll see that. So you see how we're including both working together and seeing each other's feelings are being met. This way, if you're having a really bad day, you're able to say, hey, today I just can't do it. If you can help me, I'll get up and we can do it together and we can get it accomplished a lot sooner. When we're in constant pain and fatigue, we forget about the others and we can't get out of our own feelings. And this is where we need to step out of us and step into them because they don't get it. And once you start sharing these things with them, they start to understand you a little bit more. But when we're biting off their head, or if we're crying, or if we're miserable, we're depressed, they don't get it, and they think that we're just snapping on us. And we really need to give them a little bit more kudos and let them know that they mean a lot to us, because they're putting up with our crap, and they're carrying the load. So we need to really let them know how much they're appreciated, and let them know that you love them, or leave them notes, or let them say thank you. These are things that I did, and believe it or not, it does turn around. So these are some things that you can do with your family, and to show, to make the holidays a little easier on all of you. And you can participate in more of the events if you're able to do more and feel better and those kind of things. So if you're able to do more and you're able to participate more, then your family's happier. Your children are happy. Your spouse, your significant other, your mom, your sisters, your brothers, your friends, your coworkers, those people are all happy because they really do want you to be there. So if you have any questions, I've got a couple on the sideline that I'm going to answer. Some of them are asking me, how did I go about getting myself into remission? I do it through diet. I do it through gluten-free and things like that. But if you'd like to know more, you can head over to my website at www.crazykindofhealthy.org. So it's www.crazykindofhealthy, crazy kind of healthy .org. So you can meet me over there and just click on the button saying book a free 30 minutes or whatever. But I have a couple of packages there that if you're really interested in jumping in and learning the ins and outs of how I got where I am today, is it's work, and you won't do it alone, because in my programs I never leave you alone. I work with you every week. You and I have one-on-one. We talk, we chat, we see each other through video chat and things like that. So I'm your sounding board through that. I have somebody else who said, where do I find the time for the tub? Well, you make it. You make time to watch a TV show. You make time to read a book. You make time to, some people lay in bed because they don't feel well. Take a piece of that time and get in the tub. Do it. Or the meditating, you can do the same thing. If you're feeling crappy, before I get out of bed in the morning, I always say thank you for letting me put my feet on the floor today, because I remember the days that I couldn't. My feet hurt so bad. So these are some things that you can do to get your holidays to where you can cope and you're able to be a part. So I hope this was informational for you and you got some good stuff from it. If you have any questions, you can meet me over at www.crazykindofhealthy.org. Schedule some time with me. You can email me at Marina, Marina, Crispy, CRISPI, at crazykindofhealthy.org also. And I'd be happy to answer the questions. You can follow me over at Facebook, Crazy Kind of Healthy. And you can reach me at all different areas. So I hope this was good for you, and I hope we can meet again. And thanks so much for letting me take up some of your time. Have a great one. Bye.